So if we are saying what is going to counter interest rate as a property investor, what's your superpower? It's your credit score.
There are some benefits that you do get as someone that's actually applying from your own bank.
Yeah.
So for example, with me, with the card that I have, they give me 50% off my legal cost, especially when you're looking at your bond originator. So I was thinking that I'm going to be paying around 15,000 for my bond originator.
Wait,
16,000.
was that the case?
Yeah.
Did they give you 50%? I've got a feeling that someone out there is about to buy a property, or they're preparing themselves to buy a property. So when it comes to buying property cash versus buying a property via bond, there's certain things that one needs to do when it comes to bond to make sure that they prepare themselves. And that's what we will be discussing today.
Yeah, so today we're going to be touching on the 3 factors that will enable you to be able to negotiate your interest rates. Now, I understand that with interest rates, a lot of people are like, maybe they are non-negotiable, maybe it's something that I'm just given. However, you need to understand that negotiating interest rates is something that you could actually do if you have these 3 things on check. Now, what's the first one, man?
The first one, it goes without saying, when it comes to having a good credit score. Now, of course, I mean, I would have read that, guys, you know what, to first buy my property, I need to make sure that at least I'm at 600.
Yeah.
Like, what comes to mind if you hear someone saying, guys, I've been working on my credit score, finally, I've reached 600. Does this mean that I can just buy my first property at that point in time?
Okay, so what I really want you to understand is that with this credit score, right?
Yeah.
And then it's not like with credit score, it's just good, bad, and in between, right? There are variations of the good, there are variations of the bad, right? That's the first thing that I really want you to understand. Now, let's speak about the variation of the good. If someone is saying that at least I'm able to actually apply for a home loan, right? Now, that's a good thing that you're able to apply for a home loan and you get accepted. However, the main question that we need to ask is that at what cost am I actually going to be paying on a monthly basis? Now, say for instance, you are going to be saying right now that you want to purchase a property and your credit score is sitting at the bare minimum of applying for a home loan, which is around 620, right? So if you are sitting at 620, what's going to happen is that the bank is going to give you interest rates that are really harsh, right? So now you find someone saying that my interest rate that I'm paying is going to be the prime plus 3%, which puts them at around 13.75%. Now, 13.75% just speaks about the returns that you have to be giving to the bank. Now, that's the one case. The other case, you find someone that has a really good credit score and they are paying below prime, which is around 9.75. Now, looking at the 2 individuals, they would actually be paying different amounts of money. Yeah. Now, if Neo is getting 13 and I'm getting 9%,
I knew
you knew it's coming, man. You knew it's coming. If Neo is getting 13% and I'm getting 9%, this basically means that I'll actually be paying a lower interest. Now, how do we put this into property investing so that it really makes sense for you? If you are in property investing and Neo's getting 13%, I'm getting 9%, this means that I'm going to be getting more profits, right? Now, I'd like to do this practically. Let me just quickly grab my calculator so that we can just run through it together, right? Now, looking at a property, right, that's worth 1 million, I want us to understand that looking at the 13% and the 9%, because I'm sure at home right now you're like, but 13% and 9%, what difference does that make? Now, let's say you were getting an equal cash flow on a monthly basis, right? If it was an equal, let's say we are saying that Neo is getting 13% and I'm getting 9%. Now, let's calculate how much bond will I be paying. So if I'm saying that I'm purchasing a property that's worth 1 million, right? Let's put in 1 million and see how much will we get. So we have 1 million as the purchase price and we're saying that the interest is at 9%, right? So we put in 9% and then the deposit, we're putting it at the same, right? Deposit is 0. So for me, I would be paying 8,997, right? I want you to keep this in mind. Please do keep this in mind. Right? It's going to be important.
If you had a calculator or a pen and a paper on the side, man, that's awesome. But if you didn't, please just open the external drive there and just store it there aside.
Yeah, just store it there, right? So for me, at 9%, it would be 8,997. Now, Neo, this is the sad thing that I really realized, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize when people saying that the interest rate is going up, they don't understand what impact does it have on their property journey. So now, that's 8,997
At 9%.
at 9%.
Awesome.
Now let's look at Neo at 13%.
I'm gonna get you, bro. I'm gonna get you.
Neo at 13% would be paying 11,715. Right? Now, this is the reason, especially when you're looking at you buying property in order for you to be living in the property. Now, when you're looking at flip is a totally different game. Because flip, I just need to understand that what will my interest be on that property, and then I can flip the property. I can easily flip the property. It doesn't really have that much of an impact. However, if you're a home buyer, like just picture this, right? You're a home buyer, we're purchasing the same property. Let's even make it like this. We're purchasing apartments. Neo has his apartment, I have my apartments. They are next to each other. So we can't say even that, no, it was phase 2 of the development. We're just together, right? Next door neighbor. I'm getting 9%, Neo's getting 13%. So how this will affect it is that I would be saying that at the end of the day, man, I'm getting 8,997. I need to pay 8,997. Neo, on the other hand, would be 11,000. Now that's a difference of how much? If we were to say the 11,000, Neo's 11,000, Neo's bowling, man.
Let's tap into the external hard drives. So the first figure, which was Lebo was paying 8,997, whereas I was paying the 11,715. So then the difference there is, of course, 2,718. So I'm paying 2,718 more. And can I put this situation in another more complex way?
Put yourself in what's the situation?
Let's say that we were collecting rental of 12,000 in that area. So looking at these 2 bedrooms, apartments, they are renting out for 12,000. So income that we're both getting is 12,000. So basically what we're saying is that if we're just going to be focusing on the bond, what I'll then do is that for levels, to see how much levels left with, of course it's 8,997,26 minus the 12,000 that we're collecting.
Okay.
So then he will be left the other way.
Yeah, so the 12,000 minus.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm typing it here and then 12,000.
Yeah.
So that means the difference then is then 3,000. 2 rents.
Yeah.
That's how much he's left with. And then on my side, if I'm gonna say now the 12,000 that I'm collecting minus 11,715, I'm left with 285. So we haven't considered yet other expenses. So basically what we're saying is that interest rates are the most...
Most what now?
I want to put it in a way whereby people don't really think about it a lot, right? They're not really pressed about interest rates. When they go up, it's more of, oh, it went up again. But in a sense whereby if we are to say how can we counter, or what power do we as investors have over interest rates, is our credit score. So literally our superpower, if we were going to be looking at Marvel and saying that what is our superpower when it comes to this...
No, this is not Marvel. Apologies, guys. Apologies.
Leaves us from the arcade games, I look at. So if we are saying what is going to counter interest rate as a property investor, what's your superpower? It's your credit score. So what we're saying is that we need to take a seat back. If it's going to take me 3 months or even a year to invest in my credit score so that by the time I apply, I'm well equipped, then let's do that. There's no rush to be in a deal tomorrow with a bad interest.
Yeah.
There's no rush to say that, guys, I've been fighting for 600 and now that I've got the 600, I'm going to apply. Take your time, work on it. Once you've got that super sane 690, you go in for it.
Yeah.
You go in for it.
Yeah. Now, give us the second one.
The second one is the bond originator. And I loved how someone asked me that, guys, but how do I make sure that this bond originator is fighting for me in a right way? Because you'll never know that the bond originator might be working with a specific bank and all the deals that coming through to them, they're giving it to that specific bank. You as the investor can demand feedback from the other banks. So if they applied to 5 banks, yes, you are rejected by 3, you still want to see it in writing with a stamp that you got rejected by this 3. So, because now, to be honest, as an investor, the question is, I'm trying to even think about this. I'm going to the bank, I see I've got a property I saw a property that's going for 1 million. How do I even negotiate for the best interest rate? Like, where do I even start that negotiation? That imagine, look at it this way. Guys, I would like to get 20%, not 20, 20 is just off, man. Hi guys, I've got a property, I'm really excited about this. Please give me 14%. Then, like, how did you get to that 14? Or what if you could get 10? Or even me approaching 10, what if I could still get 9? So what we're saying is that the bond originator is well experienced in their field and they know how to approach the bank. Therefore, what we're saying is that it's very important, as much as we can be loyal to our banks, but I'm loyal to the best interest.
Of course.
So if you want to be achieving those best interests, make sure that you have the right team.
Now, the reason why we also like bond originators, right?
Yeah.
This is something that we recently discovered. So the bond originator applied. The bond originator applied at firstly they started with what's this? SA Home Loans.
Thanks,
Bila. So the first time the bond originator started applying with SA Home Loans.
Yeah.
After applying with SA Home Loans was giving me high interest rates, right? And they were saying that I need to put down 95%. No, I need to put down 5%, and they would find 95%. Now, looking at the other one, which is FNB, where I got my loan, right? Where I got my loan, FNB was like, no, we will give you 100%.
That's your best bank.
Yeah, that's the best.
Lives a lot.
That's the best. Now, if we are saying that they are actually going to be giving us a 100% bond on the property, and now also to top that up, they'll also give me something yana. So that was around 105% of the loan that I was able to get from that bank, from FNB. I mean, for me, that was awesome, right? Now, to top it up, right? Remember, there are some benefits that you do get as someone that's actually applying from your own bank.
Yeah.
So, for example, with me, with the card that I have, they give me 50% off my legal cost, especially when you're looking at your bond originator. So I was thinking that I'm going to be paying around 15,000 for my bond originator. 16,000.
Was that the case?
Yeah.
Did they give you 50%?
On the bond.
You lie.
Yeah. On the legal cost.
You didn't tell me.
No,
this.
you didn't need to know.
I knew that there was a discount.
Yeah.
I didn't that.
It was 50%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember,
it's
not 50% of the whole.
I understand
right?
that.
It's the 50% of the legal fees.
I'm saying you didn't tell me that.
No, but you got the benefits. Either way. So we ended up paying from 16,000. It ended up going to around 9,000. Now, those are the perks of actually working with bond originators. So what I would say is that if you are going to be applying for a home loan, go through a bond originator for them to give you the best interest rates that you are able to get in the market.
And definitely you receive the best.
You'll receive the best. You'll receive the best.
So
now, number 3.
Yeah,
right?
the last one that we have for you guys before we take questions, right? Yeah.
Now, the third one that I'd like to actually say, clearly there are secrets. The secrets build families, guys. Secrets build families.
Yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know.
But it's a good secret. I mean, the secret that you gained more money. Don't you like that?
Nah, bro. You're only telling me this now, bro. You don't work like that.
No, we needed the family together around so that we all understand that what did we actually get, right? So the last one is avoid hard pulls. So this one is a really tricky one, right? Now, I'd like to actually put this to everybody that's thinking about to go to property investing or you want to purchase a property right now. Make sure the property that you are purchasing, right? Make sure that the property that you're purchasing right now is the right property that you want to go into, right? Now, the reason why I'm saying this is that when you go apply for a home loan or a personal loan or a car loan or anything, looking at credit, there's something that's called a hard pull and a soft pull. So soft pull would be something like credit clear score. Clear score, it doesn't really affect. When you log on to your clear score, it doesn't really affect the credit score, right? Now, the problem is that if you're going to say that you want a credit you want a home loan, right? Or you want some sort of credit in terms of your personal loan. Now that becomes a bit of a problem for the bank, right? Because the bank is asking itself that why does this person keep on coming back and saying that they want a loan?
Yeah.
So when you want to purchase a property, at least for the next 3 months, right? Make sure that you don't have any hard pulls. And also, once you say that this is the property that I'm going for, it's going to affect, if you do go to a bond originator and ask them for them to look at your to get you approved, and then you say that nope, I don't want it anymore, that's already a hard pull. So it's going to affect your credit score.
And
I remember my
It does.
credit score was sitting at around 702, right? Then after the hard pull, it went to 688. We actually did a video on this, so if you are on YouTube and you like our content, you can just go to YouTube, and then we did a whole thing about credit score. So you can also check that out. Now, if you are saying that you are going back to the bank and saying that I want more money, now that is going to go as a hard pull, and if it does go as a hard pull, it's going to actually affect your credit score.
Yeah, but with